basically, that piece was kind of, it was the same thing. It's a little bit like, it was tough with all these lights on here to actually be focused and the sound being low, but that's okay. And then, but the other thing is that it's just kind of one of those things is that you find in film, I think the main thing about film is that you're going to show something that people haven't seen before, something they don't expect. And that's something that I'm like, any film that you've seen or whatever, probably one of the main things that you liked about it is something that you didn't realize, or you never went into, like, you know, it took you somewhere, it took you into some ghetto, or it took you, you know, out to, you know, Malibu, or it took you someplace you've never been before, to Mars, or who knows. But, so the reason for that piece was just sort of to just see how timing, like, and the subtleties of color, how that red comes in, just sort of makes it feel like, when I first originally showed this, like, people were like, fuck, like, you know, like, when are you going to drop that? You know, when are you going to lose that camera and run? Because it just seemed like it was a volcano. And it was like, granted, it was like a lot more, you know, it was just very focused. But anyways, this is another little project, and these are like little things that kind of, this is about, film is about music as well, that was just taking something very simple, and then just by music, taking you somewhere you've never been. And this, the importance in this is just really about how music is, you gotta know music. If you want to make films, you gotta know music. Think about all your favorite films. I mean, I can name mine, but I know all of them had to do with amazing soundtracks. Why? Because they had songs I've never heard before, but I was like completely understood, you know? And that's the thing about this as well. It's just, you know, you'll see it. But it's definitely, is that bar stand? Turn it up, please.
I'm sure he didn't hear you.
That was just someone's annual, a friend's annual from Chatsworth or something. Anyways, but you understand, it's just one of those things how you can manipulate through editing, timing, sound, things that you want, you know, things that what you want to create to people. And so that's another little exercise on just like inner thoughts. What are the inner thoughts of like your audience? what, of who, you're in, who is your audience? I mean, can you create these things that don't exist just by music and sound and, and editing techniques? The other thing, this is something that I edited at Art Center for a friend of mine, Nico, and this ended up being shown in Europe for UNIFEM, I think, and this is a piece called Always Second, and it was on, it was for the UN. I don't know if you know the symbol, but the UN, we're a non-profit or an NGO. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Yes, maybe no. NGO is a non-governmental organization that basically the UN allows you to be an NGO if you are like a non-profit to the nth degree, and you have to prove it every year. Like Art Center is one, and the way that we do it is by doing work, having the students do work for the UN. You've never shown any of your UN stuff? Yeah. So like basically you can get into this class, and then you're picked out of like about this many people, like 4 projects or something to do, and then and they pay for it. Art Center pays for it, and this is basically for a European organization called UNIFEM, which was trying to for the betterment of women's rights in Eastern Europe. And so we did this in this little thing. But it's just
It doesn't matter what anyone else will say.
I think this is another one that I produced. It was another UN piece that was for a different class, and that I was in, and then the one after that is another one.